Hi, this video is for Wednesday, October 28th, and we will get started with our daily packet. We are still Unit 3, Week 2, Day 3 today. So we're on Day 3. So we're going to fill in the blank with the word that makes most sense. He is such a boy. Smart yard. I think smart makes more sense there. I have 5 animals. Star, farm. Farm makes more sense here. He has a very fast car, large. Car makes more sense here. Read the sentence and write it correctly. I live in San Diego. I is always capitalized, but here, kind of a double reason, it's also the beginning of the sentence. I live in San Diego is a proper noun. It's a place. So we want to capitalize San and Diego. Add a period at the end of our sentence. Complete the addition and subtraction problems below. So we need to make sure we pay attention to the sign because it kind of flip-flops on us. Sometimes it goes plus, sometimes minus. Something plus 5 is 14. In order to find that missing number, we're going to subtract the whole from one of the parts. 14 take away 5 is 9. 9 plus 5 is 14. 10 minus something is 5. If I go 10 minus 5 is 5, our doubles. Something plus 4 is 17. If I go 17 minus 4, that's 13. 13 plus 4 is 17. Something minus 6 is 8. If I go 8 minus 6, or sorry, backwards, 8 plus 6, that's 14. 14 take away 6 gives us 8. 7 plus something is 11. 7 plus 4 is 11, or I can go 11 minus 7 gives me 4. 4 plus 13 is 17, and if I go 17 minus 4, that's 13. This is kind of a fact family right here, huh? They have the same 3 digits, just kind of flipped around. Write the numbers in order from least to greatest. The smaller number here is 41. The bigger number here is 80. The middle number, 76. Maria brought 17 roses to school. She passed out 8 to her teachers. How many roses does she still have? If she had 17 roses, she gave away 8. She now has 9. 9 is the missing number. So that is our daily packet. Today we are going to finish our pamphlet. We are finishing the grammar piece. So I always like to read this grammar skill information so it can help me do my work. It says capitalize geographic names, capitalize holidays. Geographic names of specific places, so geographic names is names of specific certain places, are called proper nouns. Each word of a proper noun should begin with a capital letter. So proper nouns are names of places, so like Folsom, California, Sacramento, those special places are capitalized. The names of holidays are also proper nouns and should be also capitalized. So Halloween, Christmas, New Year should begin with a capital letter. All right, so I'm going to go to our first part here. It says highlight. I'm going to underline because I feel like my highlighter in the videos is not very bright. It kind of gets lost, so I'll underline. It says highlight the geographic name in the sentence and circle whether it's common, which means it's just any regular old word, not capital, or if it's a proper noun that needs to be capitalized. I live in Los Angeles. Los Angeles, so that would be the word to highlight. This is a proper noun, and it is capitalized because it's the name of a certain city. Dolphins live in the ocean. It doesn't tell us the name of the ocean, so this is just a common noun, any ocean. It just is talking about the ocean. If it had said in the Pacific Ocean, Pacific and ocean would have been capitalized and it would have been a proper noun. But if it just says ocean, it's just a common noun. Rewrite the proper noun on the line with correct capitalization. Dawn lives in Arizona. So I'm just going to underline the name, the geographic name, and write only that part on the line. The rest should be correct. Arizona, we're just going to capitalize it. Arizona. We swam in the Atlantic Ocean. So this is kind of where I gave you that example. Both Atlantic and ocean are capitalized in this case. I flew to San Francisco. Both San and Francisco should be capitalized. All right, now we're going to go to the other grammar piece, page 4. So my page 4 got cut off when I printed it, so I did my best to kind of write out what got cut off. We're going to probably do something with the name in red, something with the name of the holiday correctly on the line. Sorry, I should have written my directions as well. But what I'll do is I'm going to just circle the name, and I'll just circle it in green because that's what I have, and then we'll write it correctly on the line. So circle the holiday, or write it on the line. I love watching fireworks on Independence Day. So Independence Day, we should capitalize Independence and Day. Both words should be capitalized. I get a lot of candy on Halloween. Halloween should be capital. My grandma makes the best pie on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving should have a capital T. I get to stay up late on New Year's Eve. All 3 of those words are capitalized. New Year's and Eve. All capital letters. Leprechauns play tricks on St. Patrick's Day. All capital. Saint, ST abbreviated, Patrick, and Day. If it says Thanksgiving Day, Independence Day, if it's connected to the holiday, we need to capitalize that day. We go to the on Memorial Day. Both capitalized. Memorial and Day, capital. And last one, you need to capitalize people. So I'm just going to make my P bigger. People celebrate Christmas, capital C, in different ways. That is our pamphlet for week 2. The next activity is our benchmark activity of the day. It says read the story aloud. So we're going to finish it, 21 through 22. Or maybe not actually. We're going to read the next part of it actually, because this is a long story. And so 21, 22, just 2 pages. The pages about the tundra. We're going to maybe underline or annotate somewhere. What does tundra mean? And then it's asking, would Antarctica be considered a tundra habitat? Why or why not? So we'll kind of keep that in mind about Antarctica and if it's a tundra or not. Welcome to the tundra. Let me zoom out a little bit. The tundra is a habitat that gets very cold. The world's tundras are all located near or at the North and South poles. Those are the 2 coldest places on Earth. The largest tundra is called the Arctic tundra. It is near the North Pole. The Arctic tundra covers nearly 14% of all land on Earth. The temperature can be as cold as -34 degrees Celsius or negative 29 degrees Fahrenheit in winter. The Arctic has a short summer. Temperatures can rise then to be about 18 degrees Celsius or 64 degrees Fahrenheit. And then here we have a picture of some polar bears and little babies. Polar bears have a thick layer of fat called blubber to keep them warm. They have thick fur too. Their paws are big and wide. That helps them walk on snow and ice. So I'm gonna underline a little bit about what a tundra is. Tundra is a habitat that gets very cold, and the tundras are all located near or at the North and South poles. So that was the first question in our activity. So reading it aloud, which we're gonna finish. And then what does tundra mean? So it's a habitat that's very cold near or at the North and South poles. Okay, the rest of the tundra. In the winter, even the ground freezes. In the summer, the top layer of soil thaws out. That was one of our vocab, meaning melting. Then plants and flowers grow. Polar bears, foxes, seals, and oxen all live on the Arctic tundra. So it says purple flower, seal, fox, oxen. Beautiful pictures. Okay, so the second question was, would Antarctica be considered a tundra habitat? So we're gonna say yes. So we'll just say Antarctica, maybe we'll put a little equal signs, is tundra, because we learned earlier that, and it was last week's story, let me go back to it, that the Antarctica is, is in right here at that bottom South Pole. So kind of text evidence from a different story. So it's the frozen land around the South Pole is what it said. And it says they're located near and nearer at the South Pole. So Antarctica would be tundra because it is at the South Pole in a very cold place, which is what the definition says. So Antarctica, yes, tundra, because it is at the South Pole. So we're going to say we have completed our activity for benchmark, which now brings us to math. We're on topic 5, lesson 6. Lesson 5 today is even and odd numbers. So it says circle even or odd. Use cubes if you need to, that you have in your blue folder. You should have a little Ziploc bag with your cubes or counters if it's whatever works for you. For an even number, write the number sentence. So it looks like if it's an odd number, we don't have to write a number sentence. I'll write one just for fun, but you can leave those blanks if you decide. So even numbers always have a pair. So kind of like here, we have the number 8, and it goes 4 plus 4. So they each have a pair. So they each have a pair if you break it down into pieces, into 2 pieces. What happens when it's odd is you get pairs, but there's always this odd one, a little guy left out with no partner, and that makes it be odd. So when they don't have that partner. There is kind of like a pattern. So the ones that end in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are our odd numbers. So the last number needs to be one of these. Even numbers always end in 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0. So if I'm just even looking at the number, the second number is what tells me if it's even or odd. So 7, if I think about 7, I'd have pairs 2, 4, 6, and then an odd one left out. So I'll say maybe 17. Maybe I'll say 8 plus 9 is 17. 16, and we can kind of think about doubles for the even ones, is 8 and 8. 11 ends in a 1, so I can say like 5 and 6 makes 11. 10 would be 5 plus 5 is 10, even. 15 15, I can do 7 and 8 is 15. That's an odd number. There's going to be an odd one left out. 12 is our double, 6 and 6 being 12. Dave says 4 is even. He says 14 is odd. Is this true or false? So we're going to say, even if one piece, I know one piece is true, right? 4 is even. That's true. But 14 is even also. So that's where it's wrong. So we need to say it's false because this one is false. They're asking, is what everything that he's saying true? Not everything he's saying is true. So we're going to say it's false. 14 is even. Gemma filled 2 baskets with 9 berries each. 9 here, 9 here. She gave the berries to Ellen. Does Ellen have an odd or even number of berries? Well, if she had 9 and 9, that gives us 18, and they're the exact same, so they're partners. He has an even number of berries. He has 18. Rosa writes an addition sentence. The answer is an odd number. What sentence did she write? 5 plus 5, that's a double, so that makes 10, that's even. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 is an even number. 8 plus 8 doubles. 16 is even. 9 plus 2 is 11. There's our odd one. If you have 11, it won't make pairs, perfect pairs. If you add 2 odd numbers, will the sum be odd or even? Explain. So let's kind of do a little pattern here. I'm going to add 2 odd numbers. So I'll add 1 plus 1, 3 plus 3, and maybe I'll kind of mix match. 1 plus 3. 5 plus 7. So I'm just thinking of odd numbers, and we're going to see this neat pattern. 1 plus 1 is 2. 3 plus 3, 6. 1 plus 3, 4. 5 plus 7, 12. So 2, 6, 4, 12. All of these numbers are even. So there's this kind of neat little pattern you'll see. Odd plus odd will give you an even number. Even numbers plus even numbers also give you even numbers. The only time you'll get an odd is if you have an even plus an odd or an odd plus an even. These ones will give you odd numbers if it's an even and an odd number. So really your answer is just this here. Odd plus odd equals even. But you're welcome to write it all. All right, so that is our topic 5, lesson 6. Don't forget to do your quick check online and practice your Español, as our test will be this week on Friday. All right, well, you have a great Wednesday. I'll see you tomorrow.